My name is Kendra Wack, and I am the Executive Director of FEAD, which stands for Female Entrepreneurs in Agri-Food Development. I am also a proud entrepreneur. I have an education degree and a master's in business, so everything in this course is so exciting to me. It is all my passions combined, and I'm really excited for all the students taking this module to deep dive into all of the opportunities, not only in agriculture, but what happens down the pipeline in food and how we actually get the food onto our families' plates. FEAD is a nonprofit. It's in the agri-food sector, but we are downstream in the agri-food sector. So that means that we function more in the food space. So the ingredients that the farmers grow in their fields are then processed through the elevator, and then they end up in the food sector. And FEAD supports those founders that are in the food sector, getting their ingredients from their home kitchens all the way through manufacturing and then onto retail shelves. An entrepreneur is somebody with a lot of passion. They really want control of their life and to forge their own destiny. Generally speaking, an entrepreneur runs their own business, or they might be partnered with somebody that's running their business and coexisting beside them within their organization, or somebody that buys something like a franchise. They really are the people that make the small businesses function and run in your communities, and they are the backbone of our economy. In Saskatchewan, there are so many incredible founders. One of the businesses that I know, we likely all know about and love, is Three Farmers. Three Farmers was ideated right here in Saskatchewan and created right here in Saskatchewan. They are three farmers that created a fantastic product with ingredients right from their farm. They started in their home kitchen, they jumped into manufacturing, and now they are a global company. Three Farmers had such a fabulous target market and customer base that was ready and eager to support them and help foster their dreams. Three Farmers now is an international organization. They provide snacks for things like airlines, they provide snacks for things like sports teams, and they started right here at home in Saskatchewan. If you want to create a business, and especially a business centered in food, I always recommend to start asking your friends and family, what are their favorite products? What do they feel like they're missing in the grocery store? Oftentimes, our founders also stumble into entrepreneurship in food. They come across a family recipe that they've brought to an event, and people start offering to pay them. So entrepreneurship can be very intentional, but entrepreneurship, oftentimes we see it kind of accidental. Once you have your product in mind, then you can jump into the fun stuff. So you get to pick your business name. I would also recommend talking to friends and family at this stage, and you'll hear me say that again and again and again. After you pick your name, you need to determine where you want your product to sit. Do you want it to sit on store shelves? Do you want to deliver it to people? Do you want to go to the farmers markets on the weekend? The world's your oyster when it comes to selling, and I recommend more selling pathways, the better. Another important step is to market your business. So if you're marketing your business, where is your target market? Where is your grandma? If you're going to sell something like a Fig Newton, your grandma's probably not looking on Facebook. If you're wanting to sell something like a protein shake, where are the big athletes and the guys that work out and the runners and the endurance athletes? Where are they? If you're looking to sell really healthy salads that are on demand, where are the busy moms that want to feed their kids and their family really, really well? So put yourself in your consumer's shoes when you go to make your marketing plan. Last but not least, it's really important for you to have a community, whether that be an adult, a parent, a friend, but it's also really important for you to have someone like a mentor. So whether that be somebody within your community that's a business owner, or a friend or a family member, or somebody that has a friend that's actually in the food sector. When you have somebody to rely on and to ask questions to, it will help you feel supported and it will help your business be supported. The food sector can be a tricky sector to navigate, and that's because safety is number one. When people consume food, their health can be put at risk, and we want to make sure that no one's health is ever put at risk when consuming your product. With that, we need to make sure that you are food safe certified. If you've done home economics, you are likely food safe certified, so you can check that box off. The other thing you need to make sure is that your kitchen is safe. You can reach out to your local public health authority and they can help you navigate those intricacies, but that's really important when you decide to scale your food business, is make sure that you are following the regulations to make sure that you are keeping yourself, your family, and your friends safe. Once you're done this project, if you want to take your business and your idea the next step further, perfect your pitch. Make sure you practice your pitch, watch YouTube videos. The YouTube videos on perfecting your pitches are incredible. And once you perfect your pitch, you can do things like get investors. You can ask for collateral and loans and investment into your company. And that's where you start making really big money. And then last but not least, and certainly most importantly, have fun. There's going to be days and different tasks that you won't enjoy being a business owner, but that's the same across the board, regardless of whether you decide to go into the workforce or whether you decide to be an entrepreneur. But most importantly, have fun and keep following your dreams.